So as the year 2023 draws to a close, the high cost of living and a deteriorating economy have been cited by Kenyans as a key issue of grave concern. Opinion polls released by TIFA and Infotrak on Friday show Kenyans are worried about the cost of living, with 87% interviewed by TIFA saying there has been massive economic deterioration in the country under the Kenya Kwanza administration. 62% of Kenyans polled by Infotrak feel the country is headed in the wrong direction. And as Mary Muoki reports, the government has received a D grade from those polled, with Kenyans terming 2023 worse than 2022.
For 12 months running, the high cost of living has been a major concern for Kenyans across the country. The latest ranking by TIFA and Infotrak pollsters shows 87% of Kenyans interviewed by TIFA said there has been a massive economic deterioration in the country under the Kenya Kwanza administration. The sharp increase in prices of basic food commodities and fuel viewed as the key drivers of the ranking. A majority of the respondents polled by Infotrak say the country is headed in the wrong direction. Compared to results from a similar period last year, the number of Kenyans who feel the country is headed the wrong way increased by 7%, from 55% in the same period to 62%. The TIFA poll also sought to gauge the general perception of Kenyans, with particular focus on contentedness. All regions expressed discontent, including the President's Rift Valley backyard at 60%. Nyanza and Nairobi lead with discontent levels, with the former registering 76% as compared with the latter's 74% levels. In the central region, 63% said that this year was worse compared to 2022. 60% of northeastern residents, 67% in western, as well as the coast region, said that the year was worse.
The supreme issue has been the cost of living, the high cost of living that has really developed the country over the period. The high cost of living and unemployment, coupled with poverty and increase in taxation. I think since the regime came in power, there's been a lot of issues to do with taxation or introduction of new taxes. Of course, all the 8 regions are feeling the heat.
The Infotrak survey also ranked the Kenya Kwanza government's performance in the year 2023, and the president and his deputy were rated at a mean score of D at 47% and E at 36% respectively. The cabinet scored 43%, while the National Assembly and the Senate also scored a mean grade of 43% and 42% respectively. Many of the respondents feel the opposition has let the country down and ranked them a mean grade of 48%.
And if you look,
the research released by Infotrak paints a picture of gloom for many Kenyans, with only 30% of those surveyed expressing optimism that next year holds better tidings for them. 19% say the new year will largely be the same as this one, while 21% were pessimistic that things will be worse.
Of course, the economy still supreme at 84%, that the economy will be worse. Then their businesses will suffer. There are those who believe their finances or their wallets will shrink further. I don't think I'll be able to find a job. That's a sad statement by 8%. A lot of companies are declaring redundancy, and there are those that are also even pulling out of our country for one reason or the other.
Mary Muoki, Citizen TV.